Y'all, y'all, y'all ready for this? Yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is Rev Trev. Welcome to the channel. Win and we're in. I'm so excited to talk about this Lions-Packers matchup with you today. But first, let's start with the Vikings game. I told you, Vikings, you're next. You're next. And people have been counting us out for weeks, okay? And even as a fan base, we've been divided, we've been struggling. It's been a rough season. We all know that, right? We are unsure that we could pull this off. The fan base was divided, and we should just sit Rodgers and start Jordan Love, see what we have in him. But it wasn't over, and at the end of the day, the Packers didn't pay Rodgers all this money to sit during meaningful games, and all those games turned into meaningful games, okay? The win-out and plus scenario was such low percentages, and here we are. Every single thing has gone our way, and no one guessed that we would dominate the Vikings 41-17. Are you kidding? No, they even got a couple touchdowns at the end that we didn't even care about. It was 41-17. It should have been 41-3. That's what we're talking about right here. Now, I've seen some of the Vikings fan responses. Now, the first one is, well, it didn't really matter if we win or we lost that game because we've got the NFC North all wrapped up. We're going to the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. Really? It doesn't matter? It doesn't matter that you just lost to the division rival Green Bay Packers? It doesn't matter because look at Jefferson. He was totally fine. He didn't care if he won. Oh, no, he was throwing his helmet. He was freaking out. It was like, oh, my gosh, dude, relax for a moment. If it doesn't matter, why were you guys beaking us so much how you're going to easily beat us, you're going to knock us out of the playoffs? You had a chance to knock the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs for this season, and you failed. So don't tell me it didn't matter to you. Don't tell me that. The other response was, well, congrats on winning your Super Bowl. Say what? Did you just go there? Okay, let's go. Okay, the gloves are off. Let's go. Let's go. Because you don't know what it feels like to win a Super Bowl. Your franchise has zero Super Bowl wins. We know what it feels like to win a Super Bowl. No Green Bay Packer fan was acting like we just won the Super Bowl. We were just excited because we had no chance, according to you, according to everybody. We had no chance, and guess what? We still had a chance. We're staying alive, and we're knocking on the door. We control this whole scenario now. That's why we're freaking out. That's why we're excited. That's why not only are we excited about that, we just beat a division rival 41-17. The 12-3, now 4 Vikings. The team that we weren't supposed to beat. That's why we're freaking out, and it's so fun. That was one of the best games I've watched in forever. But no one said we were going to beat the Dolphins. No one said we were going to beat the Lions or the Vikings. And now, how many people are saying, like weeks ago, no one said we'd beat the Lions. Now things might be changing. We have an opportunity to do that exact thing. Run the table. This has been absolutely incredible. The problem is that the Vikings just played the Lions, and the Lions beat them 34-23. And this isn't a game where Jared Goff outplayed Kirk Cousins. Now, you might say, well, that's not really that big of a surprise. Yeah, it is when he threw like 425 yards, Kirk did, and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's a big deal when Jefferson had 11 receptions for 223 yards. Like, it's a big deal that Jared Goff outplayed him. It's a big deal that the Lions won that game, that the Lions scored in every single quarter. That's a big deal. And so I don't know if you hit that like or subscribe button yet, but you need to pound both of those buttons just because you need to get good Packer content. Okay, let's talk quickly about will the Lions repeat their winning success. In the last time the Lions we played the Lions, it was in Week 9. Green Bay was 3-5. The Lions were only 1-6. This is This is how crazy it was, okay? That was the beginning of the Lions winning streak, the massive turnaround. The final score was a whopping 15-9. 15-9. I remember being so discouraged after watching that game, right? That loss should have never happened. So I rewatched a lot of that game, a lot of the key moments. Green Bay turned the ball over a lot. Twice in the end zone, Rodgers threw picks early on in the game. First one, he doinked it off the front of a defender's helmet. It bounced up. They caught the ball in the end zone. Okay, whatever, fluke play. Next opportunity, we did this stupid trick play to David, our left tackle. Let me just say that again. Our left tackle to go out and get the touchdown, where Aiden Hutchinson, the first-round pick for the Lions, easily comes over and picks that off. I don't know why they were doing that. But it just ended horribly, right? Then, but here's the thing about that crazy game is the score was 6-8 for the Lions after 3 quarters. Like, that's how close this game was, right? Then Rodgers has another horrible pick, and there was 8 Packers players that got injured in that game. That's crazy. But with a minute 25. Green Bay gets the ball in their own end. If they score, we're going to win the game. And we had 2 shots at the end zone with just over 40 seconds left remaining. And we failed on that. We turned the ball over on downs. It was just a really sad day. And really, if you look at the categories, all the ones that seemed to be important, we won every single category except for one. It was the turnover battle, and that's often what changes the game, right? So that is it going to be like week 1? I don't think it's going to be like week 1. Okay, so but these aren't the same Lions. Like, let's just be honest. Like, from that week 9 game, this Lions team absolutely has been on fire. They have scored offensively 245 points in those 8 weeks, and they've averaged 30.6 points a game. That's very concerning as a Packers fan, right? And in those 8 games, the Lions have not been very consistent on defense. They're kind of up and down, but they've allowed 22 points a game. Okay, but in that same stretch, the Green Bay Packers have averaged 25 points a game and only allowed 20 points per game defensively. And so when it comes to this game, it really is going to come down to which defense shows up. Like, is it going to be a 15-9 or under 20 score again? I don't know. Like, both offenses have played better. Both. You know what I mean? That's so. But I do think it just comes down to defenses. It just comes down to defenses. If Green Bay can slow down this Lions offense, we've definitely got a chance to win this game. Now, does the Lambeau leaps matter? Of course. I think that playing at home, this time we're playing. It's not in Detroit, everyone. It's, no place like home, right? I think that matters. I think that makes a difference. I think the way the defense has been playing, walking into this game, especially from last week, makes a difference. I think, and then some of you are like, they beat the Bears 41-10. Yeah, it's the Bears. They're so depleted. It's like a CFL team could beat the Bears right now, okay? So I think the special teams, the way the special teams is playing, is making a difference. It's not all on Aaron Rodgers' shoulders right now, but he has to play better in this game in order for us to have a chance to win out and go to the playoffs. But can you believe that? We're talking about playoffs right now. But is it all for naught? Okay, this is what the most hilarious part about this whole scenario is. And I know Lions fans, you win a couple games, you guys act like you're going to win the Super Bowl. Honestly, like, I've never seen Lions fans act the way that you guys do. But listen, it's probably all for naught because Seattle's got to lose to the Rams in the afternoon game. If the Seattle Seahawks beat the Rams, it doesn't matter what happens in our game. They're going to the playoffs. Like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter if you win the game. You can win the game and you're still not going to playoffs. This is hilarious the way this scenario is panned out. Like, you're just hoping and praying that the Seahawks lose against the Rams. I saw this awesome quote. The Stafford's like, I'm going to try to help out my Lions. Is he coming back? Is he playing this week? Is it Miracle Mayfield, or is it Stafford who's coming back from an injury? I don't know. All I know is Seattle got a lot to play for, and my guess is Seattle wins that game. And then all of a sudden, what happens? What happens if Seattle wins that game? Are you guys going to have the same mentality? You're going to you want to beat the division rival? Are you not going to care? I think you should have some pride and you should care. But listen, all I know is this has just been awesome. I'm excited for this game. Sunday night, they flexed it for us. Absolutely pumped. Lions fans, Packers fans, let's just enjoy this game. Let's just enjoy this run. You know, you are 1-6. We were terrible this year. And here we are. We're all relevant. We're all playing meaningful games. And this has just been an awesome ride. So win, lose, or draw, it's going to be fantastic just to watch football. Like most teams are already knocked out, right? So my prediction is going to be Detroit 24, Green Bay 31. What do you think is going to be a score? Post it in the comments. And not only go Pack go, but Lions, you're next.
Y'all ready for this?